All right, so this new edition of the toy unboxing through J&J Toy Giants, we're going to go over some more WWE Legends Elite Series number 16 with Molly Holly. This is the actual chase of Molly Holly. And also we're going to be reviewing the total package Lex Luger, and this is through the WWE Legends Series number 15. And this also is the chase of the Legends Series. If you remember, I went over the Lex Luger previously. I'm going to be going into detail as to what is the difference specifically on this chase figure. And also we're going to be reviewing the man, the myth, the legend, the one that put professional wrestling on the map back in the 80s and also reinvented watching wrestling as a fan in the 90s, none other than Hulk Hogan. And this is depicting the Hogan of the 80s, like pre-WrestleMania 3. But yeah, also I've got this off of Whatnot, and I'll go over into detail what seller that I purchased this from, so you can check them out. So let's start the video. All right, so the very first figure we're going to be unboxing today is Molly Holly, or known as Super Molly Holly. This is the chase variant of her figure. She has another one, as you can see right here, which is her original gear. And like I said, chase variant means that they did the same thing, but they changed maybe a color or maybe one specific thing about the figure that is different but has the same mold as everything else. In this case, she's wearing a different colored top. The specific cape is going to be the same, although I was kind of upset because the cape got all wrinkled based on how it was packaged. And also there was tape when you take it out of the box. There was tape on the bottom of, on two sides of the cape. I don't know if you can see exactly where it kind of ruined the paint a little bit on here, or the actual fabric rather. And I was kind of upset, but you know what, it's okay. I'm not a completist, or I'm not a mint on card collector, so I was going to take her out of the box regardless. But sometimes when the packaging messes up the figure because you're trying to take it out and there's no way of getting around it, it can get kind of confusing. And of course, she is part of the Legends line. Again, Legends Series 16 came with Rey Mysterio, Molly Holly, Farouk, and Bradshaw as the acolytes. Not APA, but they're the acolytes from the Ministry of Darkness. You can still call them the APA as well, not to get off subject of Molly Holly, but they haven't made an actual APA with the actual shirts APA recently. I don't know if they can find anyone specific, or maybe they made some before. You guys gotta have to fact check me on that one. In the actual packaging, she comes with standard hands. Now these are C-grip hands, so she comes out with her fist just based on her pose, superhero pose. So I think I'm going to leave them like that. There is a head that you can get without the actual headpiece or the tiara. I don't know if it's a tiara or a headpiece or headband, but yeah, I like this particular figure just based on the fact that it's part of the Attitude Era. So that was like my high school days, and the molds, as far as the actual parts, they pretty much had to redo this whole mold. So there isn't one that I can see right off the bat molds that they used with previous figures specifically for the women wrestlers, because Molly Holly was a lot smaller than the other ladies when she was wrestling during the Attitude Era. This was maybe around 2001, 2002, Molly Holly. You guys, if I'm wrong, just comment in the comment section of when she actually, I believe it's 2001, 2002, because that's when the hurricane really got over. And so yeah, so definitely this is a really good figure, great figure that I'm going to be putting in my Legends / Hall of Fame ring. I don't even know if I have any more room in there. Maybe I have to get another ring to be able to start putting some more wrestlers in there, I'm not sure, but I particularly like this, and I'm so glad that I actually got this Chase variant. I had to really shout out to my boy Zach Zero Alpha. You can watch him on Twitch, and I'll leave his information in the description of the video of where you can find him at. But he actually was looking out for me. He sent me a picture, and he goes, "Yeah, do you need this?" And I'm like, "Yes." And I'm like, "You need to get that one because it's the Chase variant." I haven't been able to see any of these while I was actually looking for these figures, and he had it for a little bit, and he just now sent it to me, which I wasn't like in a hurry to collect it in the first place. So I was like, "Yeah, take your time, no worries, bro." But yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, so the next one that we're going to be unboxing today is Lex Luger, the Total Package, Legend Series number 15, my bad. And this is a little different because you're probably thinking to yourself, well, you know, JD, you've already unboxed this figure. What's so different about this? Now, this is just like Molly Holly, is a Chase variant, and also it's a running change. So it's two. It's a running change, and it's a Chase variant based on the trunks that he was wearing at the time. I don't remember any matches that I remember him wrestling in the orange trunks. But I do remember, as I mentioned before, when I unboxed this one, which was the original one that I unboxed not too long ago, as you can tell the difference here. Obviously, this is the original one. The trunks are different color. And the running change which was Lex Luger's arms, because he is kind of like a bodybuilder type wrestler. And he was even bigger than Hulk Hogan, you know. Or if anything, he was at least the same size, but they did a running change on the arms because they figured that these arms here were too small for how buff Lex Luger was back in the day. So they both still come with the NWO Wolfpack shirt. This Chase variant comes with white boots with the orange trunks rather than the black boots with red trim and black trunks. So I was actually very, very happy that, again, my boy Zach came through for me and found that, you know, walking through Target. But yeah, I was so glad to have it. And I have the running chain. So now, I don't guess I'm not going to be a completist about it. I don't know if I'm just going to get the other one with the bigger arms, because they had another running change on this one too, with the bigger arms, and just leave it at that and not get the small arms with the Chase. I don't know. I may or may not. It depends on if I can find a deal that's worth my while, then I'll go ahead and get that. But as far as like the accessories that Lex Luger comes with, he comes with the same long-haired Lex Luger head, and of course the C-grip hands, because he has the fist hands, just like Molly Holly. He has the fist hands because he's posing. I'm gonna keep just like I did with this one when I unboxed this one. I'm going to keep it with this head mold because when he was in the Wolfpack, he always had his hair tied up in like a ponytail. So I'm just going to keep it the way I remember him being wrestling during the boom period of WCW, when they were competing with WWE, and the NWO was the biggest thing, and that's pretty much the only thing they had to kind of like their claim to fame, other than the cruiserweight division. Because a little history lesson for you guys: when WCW was beating WWE in the ratings, it was because of the fact that the NWO was such a big hit with fans. Now, their other claim to fame was the cruiserweight division, because they could put in 2 cruiserweight matches on a card, and they will do some really, really great wrestling. Not to say that the other, heavyweight wrestlers couldn't put on good matches, but the cruiserweights were, high flyers, and they did all the kinds of stuff to get the crowd really booming. And with WWE, they were creating new stars. That was the issue with WCW. They weren't creating new stars. They were taking guys like Hulk Hogan, all the people that came in from WWE, like Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and they were banking on the fact that they got people who used to work for WWE. They never, with the exception of Goldberg, they never pushed a lot of their younger talent. Booker T got a push like right at the tail end before before WCW went out of business. He actually won the title on the last episode of Monday Night Nitro. And so, Booker T did get a push, but it was like too late at that point in time. And he wouldn't be able to get pushed again until, fairly later in his WWE career. But, essentially, it's a really good figure that I like to have, or that I got. So thank you again, Zach. I appreciate you, buddy. And let's go with the final unboxing of the video. All right, so the last figure that we're going to be unboxing today is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, the immortal Hulk Hogan Ultimate Series figure. Now, this is Hulk Hogan during the beginning stages of Hulkamania, because he's wearing his Hulkamania shirt, and he's also wearing the old style WWE Championship. There have been many, many different iterations of the belt. There was, if you can see in this picture here, there was the original belt that he won from the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden. Also, Bob Backlund and Bruno Sammartino wore that same belt. Then it was this belt that he's currently wearing now. You can see the picture there as well. And of course, then it was the more iconic one that I remember seeing through my childhood up until 1998, which was the Winged Eagle, the famous Winged Eagle Championship belt. And of course, then it went to the Winged Eagle, but it was the Attitude Era Winged Eagle belt that Stone Cold, The Rock, and Triple H, even Mankind, wore or had during that time frame, during the Attitude Era. And then it changed to the Undisputed title back in 2002. And then after John Cena won the belt, real history lesson, guys. After John Cena wore the belt, then it was the spinner belt, the rated R belt, and then now the WWE title that we see now. There was another one that The Rock had previously that had WWE Champion, but then they just changed it to the WWE logo that we see now. But now that we got that out the way as far as the history of the WWE Championship, Hulk Hogan has a few heads. So there is the smiling Hulk Hogan without his headband. And also, this is pre-bandana era Hogan. And of course, his third, which I might change, I'm not sure, the Hulk Hogan, crazy look. Not that crazy from his Survivor Series figure here. You can see he's all like wired. Looks like he's been drinking like 15 cups of coffee in the last 3 minutes. And he also comes with a number of hands based on, what you want to do. You can do the Hogan, let me hear you, Hulk Hogan, and you can see the image here that he puts his hand to his ear and says, "Let's hear Hulkamania." He's got the pointing where he points at his foes before when he hulks up. So there's quite a few different hands. I'm going to keep it the way it is with these C grip hands that he's got. But this was actually something I bought off of Retro Exchange on Whatnot. So check him out, Retro Exchange. I'll leave the information in the description. I just happened to be going through, I was watching Mecha Market, and then I don't know what happened. I may have pressed the button on my phone, and it just went to another Whatnot auction, and I saw that he was auctioning off some WWE figures for fairly good price. All minted box. I was like, I'll bid on this Hogan, see if I can get it. Because I've been wanting to get some more Ultimates. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Ultimates. I got the Undertaker. Oh no, I'm sorry, I have the Kane. I need the Undertaker. I have Stone Cold, Ric Flair. You remember I did the unboxing about a couple years back, or a year back. So check that out. And of course, I have the Kane, which I have not unboxed yet. I was waiting to get the Undertaker before I unboxed them both, to have like a Brother of Destruction type toy unboxing for those Ultimates. And then of course I have this one. Did I get the Ronda Rousey one? I don't know if I did or not, but I gotta check. The Ultimates have a lot better articulations. They no longer have, as I explained before, they don't have the pinned joints anymore. So that gives it a better look as far as like the actual arms with all the muscles and everything like that. I'm not too happy with the Hulkster face here. I don't know. You guys can leave it in the comment section to see if this one's a good one or not. But it's a standard figure. Well, not standard, I shouldn't say that. This is a great Ultimate, I should say. And I'm really happy that I actually had this one. I would rather... I'm waiting for the Hulkamania with the bandana, where it says, you know... man, which was the other one that I saw? He had a few bandanas, which just says Hulkamania on it, I guess. Or Hulk Rules, and it was on some of his other action figures. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this. Comment down below if you guys have any specific figures that you'd like me to unbox, to see if I can get that, or what are your thoughts about some of the figures that I unboxed for you today. Thank you so very much. This does it for this edition of the J&J Toy Giants toy unboxing. Again, I'm your host, JD. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also comment on any of our video submissions on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And then follow us on TikTok, and also follow us on Twitch. I've been doing a lot more Twitch streams, and they've been so long that I've been cutting them in two parts, so that way I have a lot of content to show you guys. And I'll continue to be doing that. I actually did download a Dreamcast emulator, and I downloaded some of the ROMs, so I'm pretty stoked to do some of those streams on Twitch. Thank you so very much, guys, and happy holidays. This is around the time, we're literally a week away from Christmas at the time of this recording. So be safe, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year if we don't speak to you guys again when we record some more content. You have a wonderful weekend, and see you later. Keep on cruising.